Oops. Sorry, guys. Boy, that's embarrassing. Imagine doing that with a bunch of people watching, ending your stream by accident. I apologize. We're picking up right where we left off. I'm not going to make you guys sit through all that fun again, so here we are. Let me full screen this. Bingo. There we go. Okay. Let me take a sip. And let's get cracking. For the second time. All right. Give me 1 second here. I got my rule books. Got my rule books. Got to have your rule books handy in this game. You got to have your rule books ready. Determine, draw, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So, I think I already flipped this, right? Set up. Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't do it yet. All right, so we're going to dive right back in where we left off. But first, we got a couple of decks. We got a couple of hands, and we're going to do our mulligans and such. So for my Spirit Lore deck, I have Aristor, the Noble, who allows you to draw 3 additional cards at the beginning of the resource phase. However, you do discard all your cards at the end of the round, which is crazy. I've got Arwen, the Noldor Noble. She can discard a card from her hand to add 1 resource to a Noldor hero's resource pool or to Aragorn's. Aww. And we got Eowyn, the questing machine, of course, with a 4 willpower, who can discard a card from her hand to give herself a +1 will to the end of the phase. This effect may be triggered by each player once each round. So effectively, if she discards a card and then this player discards a card, and I guess I should make it be known that I'm playing two-handed, which means I have this spot here, which is this deck of 3, and this spot here, which is this deck of 3. Let's see what we got in our opening draw. We got Heed the Dream, which we like. Protector of Lorien's great, because you can get more questing. Oh my god. Now Dragon Cards is telling me the room is timing out. If you were in the middle of a game, it may have crashed. If so, please go to the menu and download the game state file. Then create a new room and upload it. I don't think I have to get that crazy, dude. I think I didn't make any progress yet. So, let me refresh and see how crashed it is. It is, in fact, crashed. This stream might not be meant to be, huh? Let's try again. At least the stream is up. And let's load the quest. It's pretty quick. That's the good news. It's pretty easy to load here. Doesn't take long. We just got to set our player count to 2. Grab our decks again. And paste them in. And get... Jesus Christ. And get cracking. There we are. And let's grab this deck. Sit at this spot and load it in. We did lose our opening hands, though, which is a bummer. That's a bummer, man. It's a fucking bummer. All right. Hey, look, we drew 2 side quests in our opening draw. That's insane. This is going to have to be... I'm going to mulligan this immediately. I can tell you that much. So that's the first thing we're going to do is mulligan this hand. Goodbye. I like the harp. I like an early harp. That's cool. And, well, we got to keep this. So we have Galadrim Minstrel. And after she enters play, search the top 5 for an event. Add it to your hand. That's cool. The Elven Jeweler, who can discard 2 from your hand to put Elven Jeweler into play from your hand. Under your control. Will of the West is shuffle your discard pile back into your deck. Harp is to, after you discard a card, you can exhaust the harp to return it to your hand. Galdor of the Havens. After 1 or more cards are discarded from your hand, draw 1 card. Limit once per round. He's really good. It's tough to get 4 resources, though. You want to get him kind of later, but it's tough to get 4 resources in Aristor. I will say that. So, because we're running double spirit in 1 lore, and we have to pitch cards at the end of every turn. And then the Elven Light, which I will 100% forget to do, which is it can only be played from your discard pile. Return Elven Light to your hand from your discard pile, then draw 1. So you'll note that we can discard cards. So that's why this deck is built this way. So that's what we're dealing with. And like I said, shout out to Johnny Bravo 530 for this. These are, in fact, his decks. Shout out to Seastan for Dragon Cards, the web-based thing I'm playing on here. Oh, let me full screen this. So, yeah, much obliged. Much obliged, lads. On this side, we have, we got a couple of Blades of Gondolin. Foe Hammer, which I don't know if I love Foe Hammer. Weatherhill's Watchman is not great, although maybe he could be. I don't know what a signal card is. I haven't seen a signal card in this deck. I'm not sure what that even means. I'm assuming it's a type of card, like an attribution. I think this hand is terrible. I'm going to mulligan this hand. Yes, I do want to mulligan it. All right, 2 sneak attacks. But we did get Steward of Gondor, which is cheesy, but we need it because money is good. This Dunedain deck is pretty neat. It's all about engaging enemies and then killing the enemies and getting benefits for engaging enemies. So that's what it does. This deck over here is about questing and some card draw shenanigans. So it seems. So let's read yet again. Emerging from the Mirkwood Forest with an urgent message for Lady Galadriel, you must now make your way south along the Anduin River in order to reach the Forest of Lorien. As you leave the forest behind, you notice that you're being pursued and thus quicken your pace. Each player reveals 1 card from the top of the encounter deck and adds it to the staging area. What's interesting about these types of cards where you drop encounter cards right away is you have to resolve them, even though the game hasn't even started yet. Resolve them is in terms of if they have some kind of response or forced you have to do, and if you get a treachery, you have to resolve it, which is sucks, to be honest with you. So let's each character reveal 1 card from the encounter card. So 1, hey, look, it's a treachery. Each location in the staging area, there are none, gets +1 threat until the end of the phase. Then each player with a threat of 35 or higher chooses and discards a card from their hand. Well, that's best case scenario. That's the best thing you could have drawn, so that goes away with no harm to us. And the second one is a location, Enchanted Stream, a forest. While Enchanted Stream is the active location, players cannot draw cards. The card says, there is one stream here, I know, black and strong, which crosses the path, that you should neither drink of nor bathe in, for I have heard that it carries enchantment and a great drowsiness and forgetfulness. Beorn from The Hobbit. Awesome. So that could have been much worse. And that brings us right to the resource phase. So we draw a card, we get our money. So let's do that here first. All right, we got another Will of the West. And over here, we grabbed a Celebrian Stone. That's nice. We love a Celebrian Stone. All right, let's start things off in the planning phase. So what do we want to do? What do we want to do? I think we want to get the harp in right away. Discard 2 cards from your hand to put Elven Jeweler into play from your hand under your control. That's not a terrible plan. The reason it's not a terrible plan is because we're not going to get to all our cards by the end of the phase, so that makes her free. And then the Galadriel Minstrel. Well, we can't afford much just yet. So I think I'd like to risk the harp. So we'll get the harp into play because it will be an investment for us. The harp states, and each one of these heroes pay for it. The harp states attached to a spirit hero, restricted. Oh, and I think last stream I said restricted, you can have 3 items. You can only have 2 restricted. It says response, after card is discarded from your hand, exhaust Silver Harp to return that card to your hand. Great. Great. But at the end of the phase, we still discard everything anyway. So if we keep Silver Harp until at the end of the round, discard. Oh no, I guess there's no way around it. Because there is no way to use the harp because, or is it a response? It is a response. after, okay, so you don't have to play this in an action window. We kind of talked about those yesterday. So if I'm reading this right, I can utilize the Silver Harp to save 1 card per turn at the end of the phase. Yeah. Because this states at the end of the round. So it goes beginning of refresh phase, ready cards, end of refresh phase, and at the end of the round, he does his thing. I wonder if you can use Harp here. I bet that's been discussed online. Because then it would mean you're going into your next turn with your Harp exhausted, which is interesting. Because you've passed the refresh phase. And if you've passed the refresh phase, then you can't ready up. Inquiring minds want to know. If you do know, tell me in the chat. I don't know. I feel like I can use my Harp here, but then I won't have it for the next turn. How would that work? You'd use your Harp here at the end of the round. Then you would go into the next turn with it tapped. You'd go all the way down. You'd get the Harp back here in the refresh phase. Then you could use it again. Yeah, I guess. All right. That's not much we can do. Not much else we can do in this early game stuff. It's unfortunate that we're going to lose both of these cards up front, but I might want to save one to get my discard pile back into my deck. Alas, let's jump over to the Dunedain. I think we're going to do kind of what we always do. We're going to put these 2 items on Halberad. So we're going to play the Steward of Gondor. Bing! Cost us 2. So Halberad has gained the Gondor trait. He's also become the Steward of Gondor. As a Dunedain Ranger, I don't think he's very interested in that job, but we need him to have it anyway. And that is a fact. Okay. You can exhaust Steward of Gondor to add 2 resources to your resource pool. Beautiful. That's beautiful, man. All right. And let's see. Not much else we can do right now. So we'll exhaust this and we'll throw a stone on us. So what the stone does is it says attach hero gains +2 will. So I'm just going to put that on the card now. And that's great. It's very good. Aragorn will sit on his money for now, but these hands are not amazing. Not amazing hands. So the planning phase has ended. We're going to dive into the questing phase now and commit characters to the quest. We have... Oh, we never flipped this. We're bad at this game. Yeah, we completely failed. I'm glad I spotted this before it mattered. When revealed, so pretend we're doing this before we do anything else, search the encounter deck for 1 hill troll, place it in the staging area, shelve the encounter deck. Players cannot defeat the stage while the hill troll is in play. Right. Where is my handy-dandy hill troll? Oh, God. He's a beast, this guy. And he has a revealed? He doesn't. Okay, so it didn't really affect us. So, yeah. Sorry. Another thing I said in the last stream is I haven't played in a while. I'm going to forget things. I'm going to do things out of order. I apologize. So there is a hill troll blocking our path. And we cannot get to the river until we leave the troll behind, which means killing him. Now, he's pretty significant as enemies go. He's got a 1 threat, so he doesn't hurt us too much in the questing phase, but he does have a whopping 6 attack. And he has something special on here. Called excess damage dealt by hill troll. In other words, damage that is dealt beyond the remaining hit points of the character damaged must be assigned as an increase to your threat. So the hill troll is essentially the answer for chump blocking. So if you chump block with a wimp who's got 1 hit point and no defense, that means you're raising your threat by 8. Shit. Okay. The hill troll will not be ignored, is what he's saying. He's big, he's scary, and he's standing between us and the Anduin. Okay, so back to what we were supposed to be doing, which is questing. Players cannot defeat the stage while hill troll cards are in play. So we can get progress tokens on this, but we can't flip it. We can't flip the next one until the hill troll goes away. And as you know, this is going to start filling up with more stuff. So we really got to figure out how to get rid of this guy pretty quickly. And hitting for 6 is just gross. And we have bad hands. So, oh boy. Remember that part where I said these decks were probably too good for this because they're decks that somebody who knows how to play this game made? Well, the hill troll could present us some problems. All right, back to the questing. So we're going to run Arwen and Eowyn, of course. We're not really sure what's going to happen here. We do know we only have a 28 threat, but we will probably keep Eristor. Do I want to keep Eristor? Do I want to keep him like this? Kind of. I kind of want to rush the quest, but boy, I have nothing to mitigate the encounter deck either. So if treacheries come in, we're gonna take a pounding. We are 4 progress over as we speak, but we still have to add 2 cards to the staging after we finish committing. We'll commit them. All right, we're done committing. That brings us to the staging phase. So we're going to draw 2 encounter cards, 1 for each player. Number 1 is a treachery. Deal 1 damage to each character controlled by each player with a threat higher than 35. Thank God. That's not relevant. And the next one is Despair. Another treachery. We're getting a lot of treacheries. When revealed, remove 4 progress tokens from the current quest. If there are fewer than 4 tokens on the quest, remove all. I'm not going to lie, guys. We've gotten very lucky in the beginning of this game with treacheries that can't hurt us. We have yet to make progress. We are now about to make progress. And we're going to make a lot of it, which is amazing. So we check our will 4, 7, 8, 9 against the threat, which is 1, 2, 3. We progress by 6. You'll note up here the math is done for us. This tells you that in the staging area, there's currently 3 revealed threat and 6 revealed progress. Excuse me. And it's saying there's 3 here, and we've equaled 6 based on our willpower, which is 9. See this number here? 9. This number 9 minus this number staging equals this number progress. There is no active location, so all 6 are going to go on to the river. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's good. That's great. So cool. That means we're close to having this quest done, but we do have to get rid of the hill troll. Not quest, but phase? Is that what you call this? I don't really know. What do you call these? Okay. So the questing phase has ended. Quest resolution, then player actions. So after the resolution, there is an action window. I don't think there's anything I want to do, though. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to utilize Eowyn's discard a card from your hand to give you +1 will. So I will actually use this. So we're going to discard Elven Light. We're not playing it. We're discarding it, to be clear. And we're getting a +1 will to Eowyn this turn, which gives us another piece of the progress. And this goes to the discard pile. But this card, per shift hit is ability. This card states, return Elven Light to your hand as an action. Yeah, you can only play it from your discard pile. And it says, return Elven Light to your hand from the discard pile, then draw 1 card. So we play that. Technically, we say we play that before quest resolution. Then it's quest resolution, place our tokens. Then we have another action window, and we can play this right now, technically. Or we can just wait till after shadow cards are dealt, even though none are going to be dealt. So it doesn't really matter. So if we want to do this in the proper order, we'll just do it in the action window during the travel phase. So that's what we'll do. So we're going to travel to the Enchanted Stream. We may not draw cards if it's you know what? I'm not going to do that. I elect not to travel, but I still take advantage of the travel action window, and I'm going to use this lady, which states return her to your hand from a discard pile, blink, and draw a card, which I think it did for us. Another Galdor of the Havens. If only we could play him. If only we weren't going to lose him. We're going to lose both of these copies, which is so unfortunate. Well, that's the risk you take. Travel encounter phase. So we may engage this guy, but it's a little early for that. Oh, no, we don't have a choice. He is engaging us. He has a 30 engagement costs. We are at 32 threat on this side of the table. Oh, no. This is bad. This is really bad. This might be a quick one, you know. Am I really going to play a sneak attack just to put in a chump blocker? He hits for 6. I can stop 3, but then 3 come through and kill this guy. 6, 5, 4 come through. Aragorn's down to 1. Oh, this is rough. So he engages us. Boy, this is a crazy situation. So he engages us. We have an action window. I mean, we could play sneak attack, but it's completely ludicrous to waste one on a goddamn Gondorian spearman, who, by the way, we're in a tough spot here right away. This guy hits for 6. So even if I sneak attack a Gondorian spearman in, I'm only preventing 2 damage. I'm only preventing. So if I, it's completely insane to do this. So he's going to hammer us, and our threat's going to go way up. And then we swing back on him. Guys, I think we have to do this. This is insane. I'm going to sneak attack in. Has anyone ever done this in the history of this game? A Gondorian spearman? Outrageous. Outrageous play. Completely inefficient. There's not much I can do over here. All right. Let's get right to the combat phase. Deal shadow cards. Declare who we want to resolve. Well, we'll resolve the Hill Troll's attack. Oh, boy. And the Gondorian Spearman will declare himself a defender. This poor bastard. But check this out. He deals 1 damage because he spears him. After Gondorian Spearman is declared as a defender, deal 1 damage to the attacking enemy. That could be a crucial stab. And if we flip this, attacking enemy gets +1. Oh my God. He's hitting for 7. We have 1 defense, 6, 1 health, 5. So he bashes us by 5 over. Is that math shaken out? 7 coming in. 6 coming in because of his defense. 5. The 5th point, the 6th point kills him. So 5 extra damage, which means my threat goes up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's horrible. This guy gets absolutely smashed by a hill troll. Splat. But we get to swing back. We get to swing back, and we're going to swing hard. So we're attacking with 3, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. The Dunedain, jump him. All right. Nothing interesting here. So his defense is 3. It drops to 2 because of Aragorn's engagement rule, which states enemies engage with you, lose a defense. So we have 3, 6, 7, 8 minus 2 from his defense. 6 come through. 1, Whoopsie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, he's down to 2 health. We got to survive another round with him, which might mean sneak attacking in a chump blocker, which is complete lunacy. We smacked him hard. He's down to 2 health. He's down to 2 health, boy. Oof. All right. That concludes the combat phase. Now we are in the beginning of the refresh phase. Now let me think about this. Do I want to keep Malblung or Galdor, sorry. After one or more cards are discarded from your hand, draw 1 card, limit once per round. I mean, I feel like keeping Will of the West is the right thing to do because I'm losing both of them into the discard pile. But I can play cards out of the discard pile, right? Is there a action window in the refresh phase? Ready cards, raise threat. There is. Okay. I don't think we're going to use the harp right now to keep any of these because I'm not sure I need any of them. So we are going to discard. We discard everything at the end of the round, right? Oh, I can't do as many shenanigans as I want to. Do I want to keep anything with the harp? I mean, this guy costs 4. I would have to wait so long just to play him because Aristor is the only one generating green money. I'm just going to discard everything, I guess. So X, I believe, is the call. Yep. I want her on top so I remember that I have her. So that's the end of the phase. Let's refresh. And refresh. Let's get rid of the questing shit here. And the bonus. And let's tick new round. Bing. Oh, we got the Dunedain Hunter, who's amazing. And we pulled a side quest. But we get 3 more cards with Aristor's draw. 1, 2, 3. And not terrible. I kind of like the side quest here because we don't care about the main quest. In fact, this is a good one for side quests. It's unfortunate I had to discard them up front. It seems to be. I don't really know. But that brings us to the planning phase. So we start with our planning phase, the special planning phase. It's very special. Okay. We can lower our own threat. We can't help our friends. We could put Imladris in the Imladris caregiver into play. By pitching cards to heal, which I dig. We can play only if we control a Noldor or Sylvan hero. Discard Lembas to ready attached hero and deal 3 damage and heal. Okay. We're going to play Lembas Bread on Aragorn in case we have to block with him. Let me think about this. If I attack this guy next turn with not Aragorn, I can come up with 5 damage. So 3 would go through and he would be dead. Okay. So Aristor is going to play the Lembas Bread card over on Aragorn. Blink. Play only if you control a Noldor or Sylvan, which is what Aristor is. Attached to a hero, which Aragorn is. And then as an action, this can be discarded to ready him and heal 3 damage from him. So we should be able to get rid of the troll this turn. Depending on how... well, it always depends on how staging looks, doesn't it? I think we'll throw a side quest up. Why not? After the stage is defeated, each player may search his deck for a card and add it to his hand, so we can go looking for a specific card, which in a 50-card deck is beautiful. We love that for us. And to continue this, why don't we, if you control a unique Noldor character, give another character +1 will until the end of the phase and lower your threat by 3. So we will play Elrond's Council, and we will have Arwen be the be the discard a card from your hand. Oh, what am I doing? It says, if you control a unique Noldor, I control 2. I can give another player +1 will. We're going to give it to Arwen because she's the quester. And we're going to lower our threat by 3. This card's really good. So let's discard that. Although I prefer to have this card on top, which is because if I don't, I'll forget to use it. I'm going to use this card right now. See that? That's why we play. Also, have I played anything that... Wow, yeah, this costs nothing. That's so good. I love a cheap deck. This card can only play from discard. Well, we know that. We are certainly going to play Galadriel's Handmaiden because she's a really good ally. That costs us 1 from each. After she enters play, choose a player. That player reduces their threat by 1. Clearly, the Dunedain need that, so we're going to drop their threat by 1. Let me look at this guy's hand real quick. He has a Dunedain. He could put the Galadorn Archer into play as a chump blocker. The Dunedain will bring another enemy into the fray. We got to clear the Hill Troll before we field the Dunedain Hunter. We could run the Weather Hills Top Watchman, and we still have sneak attack. Right. All right. Sorry, I'm finishing off this turn. I just wanted to look over there for a minute. All right. This turn is done. So they're done planning. We'll come over here to plan. I suppose we could let's think about some math here. So if this guy hits Aragorn for 6, Aragorn will take 3 and have 2 health left. But then I can pitch Lumbus and heal him for 3 and ready him after the defense. That's assuming no horrible things from the shadow. That the shadow card's not horrible. There's a lot of ifs, but I like it. Or I could throw in the Galadorn Archer, but she's just going to get splattered and raise my threat like hell. So I think I kind of have to take this one. I think I have to make a block here, so I don't hit the 40s. I don't want to get into the 40s of threat. That's not good. I'm just kind of talking it out here, people. People. So we're not doing anything. We're not fielding anything. That's confidence, huh? All right, time to quest. Let's get rid of this side quest so we can get some cards. We love getting cards. So Eowyn will quest. The Galadriel's Handmaiden, of course, will quest. And I guess Arwen will too. Why is he exhausted? I don't remember why he's exhausted. Do you guys? I'm sure it was from a card I played. Let's take a look. I don't know why he's exhausted. I don't know what I did with him. Which is unfortunate. I feel like he shouldn't be. I feel like he shouldn't be exhausted. Sorry, I'm on the second cocktail. You destroy that guy's wedding band yet? Working on it. I'm trying to remember if Eristor is supposed to be discarded. I don't think he did anything this turn. That's embarrassing. Was there something that exhausted me in the... No, we've been lucky in the treachery deck. All right, in the encounter deck. So he's exhausted because of the 6-day meth bender? Maybe. Eristor just does meth and reads books. But it's that, it's that... I don't know, it's that Rivendell meth. It's a little different. Hits a little softer. This Hill Troll does not hit soft, however. All right, here we go. I don't remember why I exhausted this guy. It's frustrating. I should just look at the stream, but I don't want to sit here and look at the stream. Second breakfast. What's up, Ronan? I'm going to leave him exhausted in the name of I don't know why he's exhausted. I don't think he should be, to be honest with you. But why wouldn't he be? I don't know what the hell's going on. All right, fuck it. So, questing. Oh, and Halbarad will quest, and he will not exhaust to do it because he's so cool. No, it's not that he's so cool. He is really cool, but because he's engaged with an absolute monster of a hill troll, he does not have to exhaust to quest. So we are running a 12 progress. We'll call that overkill. And now let's go ahead and stage. Let's see what happens. Uh-oh. Let's see if I can say it the right way. The Dol Guldur Beast Master has arrived, and he will be engaging this team, which is horrible. Because we got to get rid of the goddamn hill troll. Fuck. And driven by shadow states, when revealed, each enemy and each location currently in the staging area gets +1 threat until the end of the phase. I think I can do that with this. Yeah, I can. So check this out. I just thought about this yesterday. So each location and each enemy. So I can go like this. Boop, boop. Look at that. And it calculates it for me. Isn't that fancy? It's a continuation. Yes, sir. Yep. It is a continuation. We're only a couple turns in. All right. All right. That's annoying, but not the end of the world. It didn't hurt us too much. Okay, that's it. Time for quest resolution. But before that, so we've just done staging. After staging in the questing phase, we have an action window which we will use. We are going to use Eowyn's ability, which is discard a card from her hand to give her a +1, which is already listed here. So we're going to discard this card. Put it in the discard pile in our action window. And while the action window is still open, we're going to use this card. Return Elven Light from your hand, from your discard pile, to your hand from your discard pile, then draw a card. Whap. That's how you use that card, Aunt Ronan. We figured it out from last night, pal. You pitch it, you use it immediately. It's the same action window. This guy looks very pleased with himself. He's got very arrogant eyes. Lindia. If you have less than 3 cards in your hand, draw until you have 3 cards in your hand. Oh my god. This deck is genius. I love this deck. We can't afford it though. Okay. That brings us to the end of the questing phase. But we have to do resolution. So we have an 8 progress, no active location. We're going to put all of it here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we do our side quest. Complete. Aragorn halted and examined the tracks closely. After this stage is defeated, each player may search his deck for 1 card, add it to his hand. Cancel. Oh, no. Can I control Z? Okay. How do I send it the victory? A V? Yes. Okay, cool. Each of us may search our deck. All right, let's take a peek in our decks and see what's up. Allies? Do we want an ally? No. Do we want an attachment? Probably. We can get Hedegrim attached to Rohan. After attached, hero is declared as attacker. We don't care about any of that. Lambus Bread. Could we put another Lambus Bread on on Aragorn when he gets punched by the hill troll? We could get a Steed of Imladris. We like that. This is pretty cool. You can discard a card to get 2 progress. You know what, though? What am I talking about? Event. 100% I want... I really want to get something I can use right now. And I don't... I guess it could be Elrond's Council. I could just lower my threat. I could play Heed the Dream. Choose a player. That player searches the top 5 cards. That's what we're going to do. We're going to take Heed the Dream. So we'll draw this. Close and shuffle. I don't think it really matters, to be honest with you. And this guy will search. Was it top 5? I think I just cheated again. Excuse me. I am a cheating bastard. Undo this. Undo this. I can't do that. That's not what this card said. Why am I such a cheater? I got to look at the victory display real quick. Hold on. How do I do that? Load. It's view. It's view shared. It's view victory. Okay, this card states, oh, you can search your whole deck. Okay, I didn't cheat. I thought it was first 5 cards. Guys, I'm struggling. So what did we want? We wanted this card. So let's go back to getting this card. Great. Shuffle and keep order. Now this guy gets to search his deck. What's he going to take? Oh, I know. Could it be Feint? We could save ourselves all the concern about getting bopped by a hill troll right here. 100% it's got to be Feint. Or I can be not a big wimp. I could be not a big wimp, and I could grab Gandalf. And then I could use Sneak Attack Gandalf and just let Aragorn take a punch. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to be gutsy. I'm going to pull Gandalf, stick him in the hand. I'm still going to be able to get the other thing too, because watch this. Watch this. All right. Questing phase is done. Merciful Christ. Now we're in the travel phase. Do we want to travel? While we're here, we cannot draw cards, which means next turn nobody's getting cards. And that's really bad for this Aristor deck. Really bad. That means I'd go into next turn with no cards. That's horrible. I think that's horrible. I think I forgot to exhaust Steward of Gondor, by the way, so I'm going to do it now. I'll use the action window in the travel phase to get money. I don't really care about traveling here, guys, because I only need 1 point to complete the first part of this quest, and it's not going to be hard to do that because I don't have a ton of shit here. There's been a lot of treacheries coming through, so I don't think I'm going to travel. I'm not going to bother traveling to this location. I'll keep it here, and it can continue to contribute its threat. That's fine. Also, we got to get rid of the threat on these. Great. And let's get to the encounter phase. Beginning of the encounter phase, optional engagements. This is bad, right? The Dol Guldur guy's coming through. If we're not careful here. Optional. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We kind of have to do this. We are going to play Heed the Dream, which states, choose a player. I'm going to choose this player over here on this side of the world. He searches 5 for a card, adds it to his hand, shuffles his deck. Then, if the players as a group come up with 3 leadership resources, he can search his deck for another card, but he can search his entire deck. I love this card. So, Aristor pays for this. This gets discarded. Well, not discarded, but you know what I mean. And now we're going to search the top 5. Let's start with that. Let's search the top 5. And we can add one of these to our hand. Okay. I guess a war act. Wait a minute. Orcs? This guy's considered an orc. this thing does +1 damage to orcs, and after attacked hero attacks and destroys an enemy, place a progress token on the quest. And it doesn't have to be an orc. So I can take up, I know there's a lot of orcs in this, so I think I'm going to take it over the war axe. So I will take Blade of Gondolin, close and shuffle. Now I will spend 3 leadership points, 1, 2, 3, and I will search my deck in toto for a card. What do we want? What do we want? I don't even know. Let's look at attachments. Oh man, Captain of Gondor is so good. Attach to a warrior after you optionally engage an enemy. Exhaust Captain of Gondor to get +1 attack and +1 defense. This is so good. Events. We could pull on. We could take our Feint card now. I think we have to take the Feint card, unfortunately. So that's what I'm going to do. Taking Feint. Got it. Okay. This is going to make sense. I swear to God, this is all going to make sense. So, optional engagements. We will engage this guy. So he gets double shadow cards, which is filthy. And here's what we're looking at over here. Okay. That brings us to combat. So we deal shadow cards. Now we have an action window. Let's stick the Blade of Gondolin on Aragorn. Wait a minute. Yes. We'll stick that on him. Boop. So now he has a cool blade. He's got some snacks after the troll punches him. But you know what? I don't think the troll's going to punch him. I think I have a different plan. Okay. Here's the plan. Because after dealing shadow cards, we enter the... After this action window closes, we enter the resolve enemy attacks phase, which means... All right, here's what we're going to do. The action window is still open. We are going to use Feint. We have to. Choose an enemy engaged with a player. That enemy cannot attack that player this phase. Take that, Mr. Big Fat Troll. So we are going to Feint the troll. We're going to spend that money from Aragorn, so the troll cannot attack us. So this shadow card will be wasted. Also, this guy gets 2 shadow cards. If I were, yep. So that's done. Okay, so the heal troll cannot attack. I'm going to exhaust him to remind myself. Not that I would forget. Now we will resolve the Dol Guldur Beastmaster's attack, and Aragorn will defend. I should have given this guy the orc weapon, but I think I have a plan. So Aragorn will defend. He has a 2 defense, not the best. And this orc has 3 coming in. Shadow card number 1, nothing. Shadow card number 2, nothing. 3 coming in. Aragorn blocks it. He takes 1. Ow! Now, I could discard Lembas Bread, ready Aragorn so he can attack and heal that 1 damage, which I think I should do to take advantage of the fact that I'm getting tempo. It seems like a waste, and it kind of is, but I don't care. But before I do that, let me think of the math. So the hill troll, who is currently fainted, has 3 defense, but really a 2 defense. So he has a 2 defense and 2 health left. So we need to do 4 damage, which means 2 of these guys have to exhaust to kill him. Okay. Aragorn's going to use the Lembas Bread. So he heals. He readies. And now we're going to swing. So I want to think about... So he only needs to take 4. Aragorn can do 4, but he can't because that's not... Oh, God, I should have thought of this better. If Aragorn had the war axe, he could kill him himself, and then these two could kill this guy. I stink. Instead, what we'll do is Halbarad will swing. So this guy hits the hardest. He hits for 3. He should be solo attacking this guy. Or no, these two should attack him. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. Okay, we have 8 damage here. So we only need 4. So here's what we're going to do. We are, Aragorn can do 4 to this guy. Yep. Aragorn can do 4 to the troll because he has the orc weapon. An orc weapon. So Halbarad, the 2 Dunedain sidekicks, Halbarad, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage to this guy. That kills him. 5, so 3 come through. That's enough to get rid of the hill troll. Ugh. So shadow card goes. He goes to victory display. And now Aragorn will swing on this guy for 4, which is pretty nasty. Considering that he takes away his defense, he almost kills him. So Aragorn does 1, 2, 3, 4 to this guy. He's got 1 left. Nasty. If only I couldn't eke 1 more damage out of it. 4 damage is pretty good, man. 1, 2, 3, 4 because of this. Yep. So the Beastmaster takes a heavy chop. He's on the ropes. Okay. That's the end of the enemy phase. Oh, excuse me. That's the end of the combat phase. So let's refresh. So we'll refresh here. We will refresh here. And now we will discard all of our cards. Goodbye, cards. So discard, discard, discard. And start a new round. So Shift N. Over here, Shift N. And get rid of the questing stuff over here. Okay, great. Not bad. Not bad. We'll take it. Now what we shall do is now we can pass this. So we just need to quest and get going here. I think there's more than 1 hill troll in this deck for the record. I think there's 2, which is not awesome. There's 2 of those suckers in this thing. Okay. So draw 3 more cards because of Eristor. Boom, boom, boom. More Lumbus Bread. Another great quester. Awesome. He's building up some numbers over here, too. Okay, let's get to the planning phase. Oh, well, he shouldn't do that yet, technically, but it doesn't really matter. All right, so it's this guy's turn. What do we want to put into play? Probably another one of Galadriel's Handmaidens. Yes, another one of Galadriel's Handmaidens will come into play. I think that's the right move because they're such strong questers. 1, 2. We will, if you control a unique Noldor, we do. Yes, we do want to do this. We do want to give her a +1. So we're going to play Elrond's Counsel again. So Elrond's Counsel states, give somebody +will over here and lower my threat by, is it 3? What a great card. Incredible. A 24 threat is nothing. And I think that's that. That's fine for now. Now over here we got options. I think we're going to be saving our sneak attack Gandalf for a while, though. We have Descendants of Kings. What a cool looking card. Ready X Dunedain characters you control. X is the number of enemies engaged with you. That's really neat. That's really cool. Okay. And of course, the Dunedain Hunter is insanely awesome. I guess I should throw an ally into play, because it's like, why wouldn't I? I really should, in case another hill troll makes itself known. So we will go ahead. We're going to go ahead and play the Galadorn Archer. Now, we're actually going to pay for this with Amerthul because he currently is considered to be of the tactics sphere as well. Because it states while you're engaged. Oh, no, he isn't. You have to be with 2 enemies. I cheat. I'm a cheater. Okay, so we aren't playing this because you don't have money for it. All right, we're not going to play anything, I guess. Should I play this guy? We'll play this guy. We just want a body in here. So we're going to summon up the Weather Hills Watchman, and we're going to search the top 5 cards of our deck for a signal card. Again, I'm not really sure what that means, but if I see one, I'm sure I'll know what that means. Dunedain Ranger Ally, Dunedain of Arnor, Dunedain Ranger Sentinel, Foehammer, Valiant Sacrifice, and another one of these. So nothing. Okay. And that's the end of the planning phase. So now we will look at questing. Let's quest. 1, 2. Over here. Aristor will not quest. Arwen will quest. And Aowen will discard a card from her hand. Hold on. Before she does that, before committing to the quest, we should say, well, we will, I guess after committing to the quest, we can stage. We're actually going to play this card that just got buried. So it states, action, return Elven Light to your hand from your discard pile, then draw a card. So we're doing that right now. All right. Okay. I could do it again, actually. Because I can discard a card from my hand, which would mean discard this and play it again. It's kind of awesome, man. It's kind of awesome. So we're done committing to the quest. Done committing. Now we got an action window. Now we're not using it. Let's go to staging. So let's drop 2. 1. Nope. 1. The East Blight. When faced with the option to travel, the players must travel to the East Blight. Ooh, and it's 6 progress. That's dirty. And what's this? Misty Mountain Goblins. The Misty Mountain Goblins are here. I think we'll be okay with that. They have such a low engagement cost. And, okay. So we have made a lot of progress. Too much progress, to be honest with you. So we wasted a lot of willpower. I mean, a ton of willpower was just wasted. So we tick 1 here, and this is solved. This states, well, cannot be solved while hill trolls are in play. There aren't any in play, so voila. Anduin Passage. After defeating the troll, you're able to board the raft and embark upon a river voyage. As you depart, your enemies pursue, harassing the small vessel as you attempt to navigate the river. Right, because we have a message for Galadriel. We got through the Mirkwood Forest. Now we're hustling down the river after beating up a troll. What's next, people? Oh, that's awesome looking. The ongoing harassment from your enemies has forced your raft to the shore, and you must now confront their ambush head-on. If you survive this attack, the path to the Golden Wood should be open before you. Very well. Let's flip it. When revealed, reveal 2 encounter cards per player. Yuck. And add them to the staging area. Skip the staging step of the quest phase for the remainder of the game. Once there are no enemies in play, you have won the game. Sounds good to me. So reveal 4 cards. 1. So starting with this player. Oh my, a marsh adder. 2. Another location. 3. Wargs. Oh, man. 4. Oh, oh man. Okay. So I have to kill all the enemies? Is that what that's what this says, right? Yeah. So we got a lot of killing to do, guys. A lot of killing. And we have a 38 threat. Boy. We got a real problem here, people. We're gonna be take it easy, Nate. We got a real problem here. We got a real problem with Gandalf. That we have to call Gandalf in for this shit. No question. Think we'll be all right. Think we can handle it. All right, so there is no staging. So we don't draw any more encounter cards the rest of the game, which is kind of neat. Okay. Super. Oh, I know why he was unexhausted, probably because I flipped the question. Never mind. What I'm saying is completely irrelevant. All right, so where were we? That's the problem with this game. We resolved the quest. That's what we just did. Got it. So travel. We must travel to the East Blight, I believe it told us. So there we go. And beginning of the encounter phase. Oh boy. So how many of these guys are attacking us? All of them, except this one. My, oh my. And you know it stinks. These guys are going to have to take an enemy, and I don't know if they can kill it. So they're going to have to take the wimpiest enemy. So the order of this goes, this player has to decide if they want to optionally engage. They do not. This player has to decide if they want to optionally engage, and they do, and they can do 2, and that's very important. So yeah. This is going to be rough. We're going to engage these 2 optionally, and then this one's going to engage them because it only has a 15 engagement cost. Let's see if there's any engagement rules. No. The wargs are really cool. If the shadow card has no effect, they go back to the staging area, so you can't even hit them. They like attack you and take off. It's pretty cool. All right. This is insane. And this thing attacks on a 40. And we're close to 40. We need a super efficient turn right now. All right, so here's the move. Okay. All right, beginning of combat phase. Deal shadow cards. And these assholes get extra. So 1, 2. And now I have an action window. The action window is going to be sneak attack. And that brings in Gandalf. Gandalf is certainly going to do 4 damage and just blow up the wargs. Yep, so the wargs die. Perfect. Okay, we can do this. All right. Next. Enemy attack resolution, starting with the first player. Oh, boy. Aristor's like, I'm on meth and reading books. What's this? I've never seen an enemy in my engagement zone. This is crazy. Oh, man. So Aristor is going to defend. So this states, after Misty Mountain Goblin attacks, remove 1 progress from the current quests. It's irrelevant. Reveal the shadow card. Nothing. So he attacks for 2. Aristor manages to defend. So Aristor gets to a sword as goblins descend on him from the trees. That's cool. I know you're supposed to discard all the shadow cards at once, but it's the only way I remember. I guess I could exhaust them. Actually, is there a discard all shadow cards hotkey? Let me see. Deal shadow card. Discard all other cards in this card's attack. Stack. Not that. Reveal, deal, draw, refresh, deal. Discard all shadow cards. Shift X. Okay. All right. I'll do that in the future. I'll just tap them. Maybe that's the move. It's a little cleaner that way. All right. Dol Guldur Orc number 1. The Weather Hills Watchman will defend. Way to go, brother. I should have played Lombusbred, by the way. That was stupid of me. I have the money for it, too. That's another mistake. Many mistakes. All right. He's defending with a 0. He's currently taking 3. So he's currently dead. Shadows tell me, oh, thank God the Hill Trolls in the shadow cards. Oh, that's beautiful, man. Oh, it doesn't matter because we're not drawing any more cards anyway. So he doesn't do anything. And this card, remove 1 progress token, is relevant. Great. So he dies. Splat. Next defender. He attacks at a 4, so I want him to be an attacker. All right. Halbarad will be the defender, I believe. We have 3, 6. Yeah, Halbarad will defend. That's fine. And let's resolve. So 3 coming in. Deal X shadow cards to this attacker. X is the number of players in the game. Oh my God. Jesus H. Christ. Nothing. 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 Wow. He only takes 1. I've been wounded. Shift X, guys. Wait for it. Woo. Holy shit. Okay. Let's kill stuff. First things first. Before he disappears, when do you disappear on, I don't remember, on sneak attack? Is it the end of the round? At the end of the phase. Okay, yeah, so we did do this right. We played him in the combat phase. He will attack this guy for 4. And this guy will attack this guy for 3. So this guy has 7 coming in. He stops 1. 6 go through and kill him. Splat. And Aragorn will finish this guy off. Splat. Oh, and after attached hero attacks and destroys an enemy, place a progress token on the current quest, which would be this. Bink. There we go. Not bad. I think we're going to win. Oh, end of combat phase, Gandalf splits. Being able to go into your deck and find exact cards you want is very powerful. Very powerful. Okay, combat phase is over, so that is that. So refresh. Don't I have another one of these in my discard pile? I don't know. It would be so much easier just to hit the eyeball, Dean. I don't. I thought I did. And, do I want to keep any of these? I don't think it matters. It doesn't. It probably does if I think about it, but I don't care enough. So we're going to discard all these. So, pop. New round. Pass the first player token. New round over here. We got another Descendant of Kings. This guy on exhausts. We deal 3 more over here. Love this card. Daeron's Runes is a great card. And, well, these guys have to kill this thing. They're all going to gang up on it, which is pretty awesome, actually. And I think I might engage this thing for fun. It hits for 4, though. It's nasty. It's pretty nasty. Into the planning phase. Into the garbage chute, Flyboy. Okay, yeah, we don't have to even worry about the East Blight location card because we don't have to put progress tokens on ambush to win. We just need to kill this last enemy. No enemies in play, so technically we got to kill him too, I guess. Technically speaking. All right. That's fine. Whatever. So Hi, sir. We can engage him and attack him and all that fun stuff. He's got not a lot of defense. He hits hard. He's kind of a glass cannon. All right. How do we want to plan this phase? Do we want to put a Galadorn Archer into play? We do, because we're going to sacrifice her. So that's going to cost me 1, 2. That's so much money over here. Oh, these are events, right? We should be playing these, so we could defend. Yeah, okay. All right, over to this side, we'll play Daeron's Rules. Draw 2 cards, then discard 1 card. So we'll do this, draw 2, discard 1. We'll discard this. All right. We will play Steed of Imladris. Yeah. Attached to a spirit or Noldor. We'll attach it over. No, you know what? Let's throw up a couple of meat bags. Let's throw up a couple of meat bags, baby. Are you comfy? I need that cheat sheet, kitty. All right. All right. Let's get on to the questing. Off to the quest. Now, we do still have to quest, because if we don't, we risk gaining more threat. I don't want caps lock on. I want caps lock off, goddammit. My cat's ass wants cap locks on, because that's who did it. All right. I didn't draw any green cards. All right, that's fine. We'll get one. Who's questing? I guess we still need to get progress here. So we know nothing comes out of the encounter deck, so we only need to make up for 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope. We need to do 4 damage to this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. So all these guys have to stay alive. That's crazy. None of them will quest. So So we're going to take an undefended attack. We're going to see how that goes. And nobody's going to quest on this side because we got to fight this guy. And let's get to the quest. Can I have this little handsome kitty? Can I please have this? I know you like to lay on papers because you're a weirdo. We'll put it on this side. Then I can look over here at my cheat sheet. And I can slide your little bot. No, you don't have to leave. Okay. You know what? I get it, dude. Sometimes life isn't perfect and you don't get everything you want. Cat counseling. All right. So we will now... So we get one progress on the quest, right? That's what we're saying here. So, because we're not staging, so bloop. All right. No, he's going to remove a token. That's so funny. Okay, let's get right to the encounter phase. And we will, in fact, engage this guy. Let's do it. Fuck it. We're going live. And now we'll go right to the combat phase, but let's take a look at our hand. There's nothing really here to help us. Deal shadow cards, and let's start resolving. So we are going to... we're going to take this attack undefended. Because every one of these heroes needs to jump the goblins and get rid of them. So let's see what happens. So this is an undefended attack. Oh, wait. This has to go on a hero. I wasn't thinking about that, was I? Well, that's what I get. Defending character does not count as defense. Thank God. Who cares? So I have to take 2 damage onto a hero. I'm going to put it on Aristor. Aristor's like, you cut me? What is this? Who are you? You cut me? He's completely flabbergasted. All right. Resolve enemy attacks, blah, blah, blah. One stand for all. Yep, so let's resolve this. So the Marsh Adder is going to... Each time he attacks, you raise your threat by 1. That's really cool. So this Galadone archer is gonna defend. Defend. All right, 4 coming in. Dead. My threat goes up to 40. And now we're swinging back. Swing and a miss. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Minus 1 is 7, which is enough to kill. Bang. Chop that snake to pieces, Dunedain. And on this side of the table, for the win, Aristor, Arwen, and Eowyn will attack for 1, 2, 3, 4. Their combined attack is equal to Aragorn's. So 1 is defended, 3 gets through, and that, as they say, is that. Hawa! There you go. We did it. Now, the next quest we will lose. It's very difficult. Okay. That's that. We did it. So do we flip this or what do we do? That's it. We've won. We won. Hurrah. We did it. We did it quick too. We did that in 1 hour and 20 minutes. Which is pretty awesome. So, yeah, that was fun. We could do another one. Let's see what they look like here. What time is it? 10:30? Unload my deck. Can we just do reload decks? Because mark as victory. Last time I tried this, it didn't work. Oh. Oh, it worked this time. Okay, cool. Clean and fresh. And then we unload encounter. And then load. The next one is Escape from Dol Guldur. This was the first quest where people went, this game's very difficult. This is the one where people died when they tried to do it. And we probably will too. Part of me feels like I should make this a separate stream for a separate title. I feel like that would be better for a user. You know what I'm saying? Instead of playing more than one on a stream. Might get a little lost in there of a 3-hour stream and then suddenly. But either way, let's load it up. This is what we're facing next. Oh, what's all this? We got story assets. Objective cards, they're called. We've got a dungeon torch, a shadow key, Gandalf's map, and look at this goddamn thing. Oh boy, that's called a Nazgul of Dol Guldur. Yuck. Yuck. Yeah. No attachments can be played on the Nazgul, yeah, because they don't want you to be cheesy with a trap deck and stick them in a trap. Oof. Yep, this is a tough one. And there's a bunch of nasty enemies in here too. Yeah, so now we got to go to the Necromancer's Tower. That's our next fun. We might lose this one pretty quick. I think I might start a new stream, guys. Because I know it's weird to do, but I feel like it's clean. I like it clean. When people go and look at old videos, they go, oh, this is this one, this is this one, this is this one. Not, oh, I want to watch him play Dol. Am I saying it wrong? I always flip-flop it. I want to watch, because a lot of people want to watch Dol Guldur, and I don't want it to be buried in another stream. So I think I'm going to go. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to save this. It's 10:30. I might be back tonight. I don't really know. I feel like I should play. Can I save this? Saved replay to the profile. Perfect. Well, that was a ton of fun. Thanks to everybody who hung out or who stopped by, who said hi, who interacted. It was a ton of fun. I might fire this back up. I might get a snack, go to the bathroom, be like, you know what? I'm feeling good. Let's do this. Make sure you have the little bell thing there so you get notified if I go live again. And I'm sorry for the confusion earlier. I killed my first stream 5 minutes into it like an idiot. I prevented that from happening again. But yeah. I we'll see. But thank you guys for hanging out. It's been a ton of fun. We made it. We made it along the Anduin. I can make a new thumbnail real quick and see what happens. But much love, peace, all that happy horse shit.